Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mid-Card Mania. I'm Daniel, and as you can see, I look 3 times to make sure Steve is not here. Now, I know what you're thinking, because typically, Steve is pretty bad about no-showing. I mean, literally, he no-shows like Scott Hall on a drug bender. Believe me, I know. But actually, Steve's got a lot of personal business he's got to take care of. And so he actually requested to have a bit of a light schedule, if you will. And I told him that's not a problem. So he wanted to apologize to everybody out there. And he said, next time he's back, boom. But he just says right now he's got other stuff going on and he won't be able to do this all the time. And I said, not a problem. So since he did give me a heads up after this hiatus we had, I'm not going to replace him with Steven Teddy Bear. Yet. So there we go. So there you go, Steve. Took care of the business for you. And yeah, we'll move right along. Now tonight, we're going back to 1989 for Starrcade. And the match tonight, it's a part of the Iron Man tag tournament match. The new Wild Samoans with the big Kahuna, Oliver Humperdink in their corner, going up against Doom with Nitron and Woman in their corner. Funny thing about this, I'm not gonna lie, the only thing that kind of draws me to this match really is the fact that Nitron's it is Nitron, right? Let me cheat. No, they don't come out yet. Anyways, I think it's Nitron. I've met that guy. The dude is Tyler Main. He's a stuntman / actor, and he's appeared in films such as X-Men. He was Sabretooth, which I'm not a big X-Men guy, so they don't give a shit about that. But he was also Michael Myers in the Rob Zombie Halloween. And probably most notable is he was the oil rig worker who gets in a fight with Joe Dirt in the movie Joe Dirt. So yeah, met the guy at a horror convention. Dude's just awesome. Like really just one of the nicest guys. He's huge. Like the dude's a monster of a man. So but yeah, so when I heard he was on this, I was like, yay. So let's get to it. Obviously, this is an Iron Man. It was a round robin style tournament, which I'm not a huge fan of. Don't worry, I love the regular bracket tournament. They would have just done that for this entire event. Just Iron Man tournament, tag, whatever. I would be cool with that. Single elimination, bracket style tournament, whatever. I don't know, round robin, I don't know. I was just never a fan, ever. So, this is Doom's 3rd time wrestling. They've already lost twice to the Steiners and Road Warriors. And this is the first time that the new Wild Samoans are wrestling, so fresh. And I will say this, I'm kind of glad that Steve's not here for this one because we got in a bit of a tiff over who the new Wild Samoans was because he kept saying that's the Head Shrinkers. I'm like, well, you're half right. So Fatu's definitely a member of the new Wild Samoans, but I said that's not Samu. Samu's not the other guy. And he was like, yes, it is. Literally, I went back and forth for a while before I decided to lay a smackdown on him and bust out the Wikipedia. How do Wikipedia's as Samoa Savage. And I knew for a fact that Samu was not the Samoa Savage. I had no idea, though, who Samoa Savage was, and apparently he's the other half of the Islanders, not Haku. What's his name? Tamu? Like it matters. The other Islander who didn't stay in WWE. So yeah, that's Samoa Savage. So I was just like, suck it, Steve. So yeah, there you go. The new Wild Samoans. And of course, Doom is still Doom. They're still nameless. They're still referred to as Doom 1 and 2 in this. This match went pretty much by the formula. I mean, in fact, it's kind of odd because since they're both heel teams, one team had to kind of take the face role, if you will. And of course, Doom spends time beating up on one head shrinker. I'm gonna call him head shrinker because fuck it. On one of the Samoan Savages or Wild Samoans. However, he gets the hot tag in. The other guy comes in, cleans house and whatnot. So I mean, like I said, you had that going on. Not a whole. Like I said, very standard tag match that ends when and I don't remember who was in on either side. It was a Samoan and a black guy in a mask. That's all I know. They collide, knock heads. Doom falls, Samoan against the ropes, and of course, just like the Michael P.S. Hayes versus Lex Luger match we had a few weeks ago, someone pushes, it's the Big Kahuna, pushes the Samoan on top of him, 1, 2, 3, Wild Samoans win. Yeah, far as fallout goes, Doom lost all 3 matches, so they're just 0 points at the end of this whole thing. I think the Wild Samoans lost the next 2 matches. The whole tournament was eventually won, I believe, by the Road Warriors, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, there you go. So what I think about this match, it was a little dull. I'm not going to lie to you, because, I mean, you couldn't really get behind either person. Like I said, they're both heels. The crowd didn't care. I didn't care. Also, the fact that, like, the Wild Samoans were kind of thrown in the last second, because I think initially, and I could be wrong, but I think initially it was supposed to be the Skyscrapers. And then, of course, one of them was injured or gone or whatever, so they had to quickly switch them out and throw in the Wild Samoans. And I'm not sure that would have made a big difference, but then you would have had 2 giant powerhouse teams colliding. Here, I mean, don't get me wrong, I mean, I guess you can sort of call the Wild Samoans a powerhouse team, but they're more savage wild cards than actual powerhouses. So like I said, it just kind of threw the whole dynamic off. And then we look at the entire tournament on both sides, the singles and the tag. This is just a one match I wouldn't want to see under any circumstances. Like, you know, as far as the 4 single wrestlers, any combination of them would be, you know, something you'd want to watch. I mean, I know some people hate Lex Luger and whatnot, and go fuck yourself if you do, but you can't deny that wouldn't draw money back in '89. Like, people liked Lex at one point. So Lex versus Flair or Sting or Muta, sure. And then, of course, any combination of those 3. I mean, once again, they all work. And then the tag is kind of the same way, because, you know, Steiners versus any of the 3. Wild Samoans and Doom included. You'd want to see that. You like the Steiners. Road Warriors versus any of the 3. Same way. I mean, even if the 2 face teams face each other, which they did, you're like, well, this is something we haven't seen before. Steiners versus Road Warriors. Awesome. But then you get to Doom versus the Wild Samoans, and you're just kind of like, who gives a shit? And then the fact that, like, Doom's the new kids on the block, if you will, because I think they debuted at Halloween Havoc, you know, of the same year, so it's not like they had a whole lot of experience under their belt, but I wouldn't imagine you want to job them out like this. Like, 3 matches, like, you know, at least let them, like, fight to a draw with the Samoans. That would have been a good way to, you know, to kind of break it up a little bit, but no, like, literally clean pins all around. Fuck you, Doom. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, this match, like I said, it ain't bad. It's just kind of, once again, it just, and even when I'm watching that, I don't even know who's who. Like, the Samoans look very similar, and then, of course, you know, both Doom are under mask. They're no longer, at this point, they're not Ron Simmons and Butch Reed. It's just Doom number 1, Doom number 2. So it's just kind of like, hard for me to really root or get behind any of the action. And then, once again, since, I mean, this whole pay-per-view is just these tournament matches, that's it. They're not very long. I mean, they really are just kind of like, let's do it. Let's get through it. Let's pass through it. So, I don't know. There isn't a whole lot to this thing. But we do have Jim Cornette on commentary, and that's always a plus right there. So, I like that. So, yeah, other than that, there you go. That's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys thought. If you guys seen this match, let me know what you thought of it in the comment section down below. And before we took the hiatus, we did say when we came back, we were just going to do 1 show and for this weekend. And we're still doing that. You know, got plans this weekend, so won't be able to do the double show. But next weekend, we pick up the schedule as planned. So we'll do the the regular schedule, pick up 2 shows a weekend. And next week, we're going to be finding out who the mid-card maniac of 1989 is. That's right, we're at the end of the year already, and time to put all of our winners in a bracket and go for it. So there you guys have it. That's all I got. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Till next time.